All right, what's up? What's up? Flavio here. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm going to cover Publisher Rocket today because more and more people have been asking about it, and with right now as I record this, it's about to be fourth quarter, and I know everyone wants to maximize their sales, get a lot of listings up, and in doing so, obviously you want to make sure that they're optimized as best as you can. So perhaps Publisher Rocket can be part of what you do, or maybe you've already purchased Publisher Rocket and you need a little bit of brushing up on it. So let's get started. So as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I certainly appreciate that. That way you don't miss any other videos coming out or anything like that. But with Publisher Rocket, when you purchase Publisher Rocket, number one, it's a one-time fee, which is nice. You have no monthly fees to worry about or nothing like that. So you pay one time and it's over. And also, the program is a software program, which is pretty cool. It's not web-based, so you can't use it from anywhere. However, you can install it multiple times. So that means you can put it, if you work on a home computer desktop, but you also have a laptop you work out of sometimes, you can do that. And if you have an office you can work out of, so you get the picture. You can put it in 2 or 3 different devices so you can work from different locations. So with Publisher Rocket, when you first log in, you have a few different options, right? Nice big squares sitting right here that you can choose. We're going to focus on the keyword search. The majority of times that's what you'll be using this program for. And again, yes, this program is for published authors who write books, like written books and novels and things like that, and nonfiction, because you can do ebooks as well. But obviously, you want to make sure this is set to book if you're like me doing low content publishing. So we're going to make sure that's set to book. And today we're going to research expense trackers. Now, as always with search, you don't want to type too much in there. I want to let Publisher Rocket tell me what else I should be looking at. So I just know I want to do an expense tracker. I just don't know enough yet in terms of either competition or which keywords to use. That's why I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to click expense, and right away I want to show you some different options that you have here. Number one, this shows me the keyword and related keywords that they're coming up with. And then this tells me, and again, if you're not sure, they have the nice little information link there, but this is the number of books that compete for this keyword on Amazon. So this is what Publisher Rocket is seeing that has this keyword in it. Average monthly earnings of, the top book ranking for in that keyword. And then Google searches per month, that's not always accurate. And then the estimated Amazon searches per month for this keyword, and then it gives you a competition score. So in other words, how difficult is it, with 100 being the most difficult and 1 being very easy to rank for, meaning there's not a lot of people in that keyword, but yet it's in demand. So that's how they come up with that competition score. So right away, if I look at expense, I'm going to click on Analyze there, and this tells me there's about 34,000 competitors of this very broad keyword, and less than 100 estimated monthly, but 100 score. All right, so again, these things may not always be accurate, so that 100 score might actually be higher than that, since it's a pretty broad one. But then again, this is a very broad keyword, so it's difficult for that. You'll see that as we continue with this expense and income ledger. Now that one has 65 competitive score, so a little bit better. And then if I click on these, and basically you want to look at which ones are relevant to you. So you might find some that just have nothing to do with a potential planner or journal that you would do, then just don't click it. You don't have to. And right along the line here, so here's one that could work. So this one, expense tracker notebook. So if I'm doing an expense tracker notebook, that's telling me that I should definitely use that long tail keyword, because I have 660 searches per month, which is not tons, but again, that's 660 live human beings that are typing that into Amazon potentially looking for this. And then that tells me that the competitive score is a 52, so that's not that bad at all. And then also sometimes people ask, the competitive score, how high will I go to compete in that? It really depends. If this was a written novel that's going to take me months or even years to write, then it might be a different answer, and I might not go after a 70, 80 or something like that. But in this case, it's very minimal effort to put a book out there and see if it sells, since it is print on demand. So my answer, normally I'll go till about 70 to 75 or so. If it's 80 plus, then I'll just kind of take a look at it on Amazon myself and just kind of look at the competition there, see how many results and all that. So that way I'm using this as a guide to get some ideas, and then I can go to Amazon and get some further clarification. But this one, the expense log, 28 competitive score, so that might be a good one to look at. Average monthly earnings on this one for the top books that rank for it is over 1,000 a month. And again, the search is not always accurate, but the search is saying less than 100. But if you know anything about keywords, with long tail keywords, you typically get less traffic. However, what you want to do is accumulate. So I always give people the example of, let's say you were writing a book, a blog, or you're doing a journal or something about weight loss. That's a very generic, broad term, and there's a lot of results on Google. So you might get 50, 60, 70,000 searches a month for it. And on the surface, that might seem like a good idea to, qualify, for weight loss or fitness, such a general term like that. But the problem is that there's so much competition that you're likely to get lost in the ocean. Now, what if instead you went more specific and said fitness or weight loss, whichever one we're doing, for busy, moms, or for busy dads? All of a sudden that might come down to like 3,000 searches, let's say. And you might say, well, it's only 3,000. Well, that's the name of the game. You can rank for that keyword, and then you pick another long tail, another one. Before you know it, you can add up to that 60,000 that you really wanted, but by by ranking for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 long tail keywords. So you want to do the same thing with journals as well. So when I take a look at this, there may not be as many searches for an expense log according to this, but the competitive score is much better on this one. Let's see, expense book. Let's try that one. All right, so this one says 90, 1,400 searches. An expense tracker. A lot of us are probably writing that down. That tells me 92. All right, so it's definitely a great tool to take a look. Expense track organizer, expense journal, logbook, all of these. So for anyone who's saying that, Publisher Rocket is just for written authors, I mean, all I did is type in expense and look at all these different options here. Expense diary, maybe I wouldn't have even thought about that. That's there. There's a whole lot of good things here that you can look at. And again, some of them are not relevant, others are. And then if I want, I can click that and it tells me some competition for that keyword. All right, it'll tell me the top 10 books in that keyword. Now, the other thing that you can do as well is, let me just go back here. The other thing you can do as well, after you analyze some of these keywords, you can also export this to a sheet, so to a Excel sheet, and that way you can have this. So export it. That way you can also sort it and everything, and just do your own quick research. So I highly recommend that. As you go through all these, as you can see, there's a lot for this one, right? So if you hit analyze on a lot of these, you can't. The only problem is you can't sort on here, like a filter sort. But if you export it to Excel and, or Google Sheets like I use, and you can sit there and you can sort it and all that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so with any of these keywords, you can do that. Or if you go to the competition analyzer, that's what it does as well. So same thing, still brings you there. If I hit expense, it is showing me the top 10 books in this keyword. And then I can go to the sales page by hitting check it out. So it gives me a bunch of details. So I'm going to go back to this for a second. So let's say for expense tracker notebook, I want to see the competition in that. So now here is the competition in that. So it shows me a thumbnail of what the cover looks like, and it shows me the author name. Age is how many days it's been published. The average BSR for it. It tells me if the keyword that I picked is in the title or not. So if it says yes, that means the keyword is even in the title, or keyword and subtitle, and it tells me the estimated daily and monthly sales right there. So then again, if I wanted to check this out further, I can hit check it out, and it would open up the Amazon product page to it. So you have all these different options. So do I think Publisher Rocket is very good for your business if you're doing low content? Yes, I do. But again, you can pull some of this together by multiple sources. BookBolt also does some keywords, but I do believe the keywords is a little bit stronger here, but you can do it. And then also you can utilize some of the other Amazon keyword tools like Ubersuggest. Anyone who's taken my courses know that I certainly promote that. It's a free tool, and you can get a lot of good data like this as well. But Publisher Rocket puts it all in one place. And quite frankly, if I'm going to consider this a business, which I do, and I have to pay $97 one time to have a good program like this, it's a software that I own and that I can use over and over as I do new books, then to me that's a no-brainer cost of business, because I don't like getting too many other recurring tools, but this one is not recurring, so it's perfect for me. And if you want to check it out, my link is below. That's sidebusinesslaunch.com/rocket. You can check it out. Some more information there as well on the product. And if you have any questions on Publisher Rocket, comment below, or you can also comment below, how it's helped you. If you already have Publisher Rocket, certainly would like to hear that and what it is that you mostly do with Publisher Rocket. As well. But like I said, I mainly utilize the keyword research in this, and then sometimes when I'm stumped on categories, I'll take a look at categories as well. I won't do that in this video. I do have another video that has category search that I did in there, so I'll link to that one below. But for right now, I wanted to go over the keywords with everybody. So that is Publisher Rocket in a nutshell. So thanks for checking it out. Again, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and look forward to any comments below about Publisher Rocket.